Unless you have been living under a rock for the last few weeks, you are probably aware that Jagex has released a massive update to combat in RuneScape. If you're like me, you are probably a skiller or didn't do much PVM beforehand and found it really confusing. And while some might be labeling this as the evolution of Combat 2.0, I think that does the update some discredit, as to me, it's much more than just a rework, but more of a fleshing out. Anyways, before I get into details and my view of how this update went, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more RuneScape and old school RuneScape content. All right, guys. So like I said in the intro, one of the big things to me is that I don't think this is really like an evolution of combat. It's definitely, I'd say it's more of a clarification on combat. All the tooltips on things are much easier. It tells you, if you look down here, exactly how much damage you'll do, the range of the damage, how much adrenaline you'll get, and it really clears up what the abilities will do. Now, not just that, but it made certain abilities much easier to see. For me, I don't know if it was just I didn't pay attention enough, but let's give Freedom an example. When I cast Freedom, there's a giant glowing yellow thing to let me know I have just cast Freedom. If I cast Anticipate, my head glows, letting me know that, hey, I just cast Anticipate. So, on top of those two, channeling abilities such as Snipe gives you a progress bar to let you know when it's done, or Rapid Fire lets you see how much you have left. To me, this really clarifies what my abilities are doing on top of the clarified timers. As you can see, they also increase the size of Death Swiftness to better match what you're actually doing and where the effects are. So no more are you going to be confused where to stand in your Death Swiftness. Now, for me, the one that I was happiest with and the one I've played with the most since then has been Melee. So let me re-gear and then I'll show you some stuff about Melee. Okay, so the first coolest thing for me with Melee, while I build up some adrenaline, and let me also that is now when casting Assault, as long as you stay within range, you will continue to use the ability. For me, that is awesome. It really makes it easier to dodge things while you're doing it. And again, just like with ranged and all the other ones, they've clarified the tooltips to make things much easier to understand. Now, I haven't done much bossing on my main, but most of the bossing I have done so far has been on my Iron Man. And I just have to say, while I don't notice that I'm doing more damage, I know more clearly what I am doing. So it does make combat for me more enjoyable. And if you're a skiller, I'd give it a shot. Try out combat again. Maybe you'll enjoy the changes as well. It's just much smoother to understand what you're doing. It's also easier to pick out what abilities you should be doing, in what order, and so on. Of course, magic also got updated, and for me, those two things, like melee and ranged of the channeling abilities, are probably the biggest things to pay attention to. Sunshine, just like Death Swiftness, got updated, so it's also, the area reflects more of where the area actually is. But I'd say I'd give the update overall a 9 out of 10. The only reason it's not a 10 out of 10 is because I don't one-hit every single boss I touch, so thanks, Jagex. But anyways, let me know down below, guys, How do you feel about the update? Are you excited to try out some more combat? Or do you think this update was a waste of time? I'm sure everyone has an opinion, and I want to hear it. Anyways, I'll catch you guys all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace out.